Hello students, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. Today we are going to start with chapter 4, that is financial planning. Okay, in this chapter we are going to study the commerce related terms. Okay, whatever financial planning is there in our country, we are going to study about that planning here in this chapter. Okay, so here in this chapter we are going to study about GST. GST means goods and service tax. Okay, so in this chapter first we are going to study the GST introduction part, that is what is meaning of GST and consist of what. Then we are going to study about GST tax invoice, afterwards GST computation and ITC. Okay, these are the name of topics, you will understand it later on. Shares, mutual funds and SIP. Okay, so these are the topics covered in this particular chapter. Okay, so let us start with this. Here you can see one tree. Okay, and in this tree you can see different branches. In these branches different taxes are shown. Okay, these are the taxes which were present in our country before GST. Means these are the different taxes applicable for different things here in our country. Okay, the names are excise duty, service tax, custom duty, central surcharge and cess. Excise duty means what? Whatever we purchase we have to give excise duty on that. Service tax means what? The people, those who give service like doctors, teachers, they pay service tax. Then custom duty means whenever we are importing anything or exporting anything we have to pay custom duty. Then central surcharge and cess, this is like income tax, as we are paying income tax. Last year you have studied income tax and educational cess. Then the next is VAT, this is called as value added tax. Then luxury tax, entertainment tax, which we pay on the cinemas or when we go to the theaters we pay entertainment tax. Then OCTRA is there, CST, countervailing duty, that is CVD, and special additional duty, that is SAD. Okay, so all these are the names of the different taxes. But afterwards all these taxes were subsumed under GST. GST means goods and service tax. That is why GST is called one nation, one tax, one market. Okay, GST is in effect from 1st July 2017 in our country. So you can see there were so many tax before GST. Afterwards all these tax were subsumed under GST. Okay, so now if we go anywhere in country we have to pay the same price for the same thing. Previously it was not like that. Okay, and that is why it is important for us to study how GST is calculated. Okay, so let us go further. To understand GST now, I have taken one tax invoice here. Okay, tax invoice means what? Bill that we get at the time of purchase. So here one tax invoice is given for the goods purchase. Goods means things, anything, eatables or electronics. So it is an invoice for goods purchase, and here you can see the names of pedhe, chocolate, ice creams are written. So this is bill of one sweet mart. So in this bill, first of all, the supplier's name, address, mobile number and email ID is provided. Below that you can see invoice number, and that number is properly written as GST/110. That means it is goods and service tax invoice. Okay, here in the right corner you can see GSTIN, means GST identification number. This number consists of 15 alpha numerals. I will explain you later about this in more details. Below you can see the invoice date. Now here you can see some new terms, like this is HSN code is given here. Then you can see here CGST and HGST. So these are the new terms introduced in this bill or invoice. Okay, so HSN code is the code, unique code given for every product. Instead of writing product name, the code is given to the every product. Okay, this is, then here you can see CGST means central GST, and SGST means state GST. These are the two parts of GST, CGST and SGST. GST is divided into these two parts. Okay, half part goes to CGST and half part goes to SGST. So these are the new terms introduced here. Okay, so now let us see how the bill is done or how it is calculated. So let us take one example. First one is payday, suppose. Okay, so here HSN code for payday is written, then name is written. The next column is of rate, that means price per kg or price per quantity is written here. Afterwards quantity is written, means how much it is purchased, so 500 grams. So if the rate is 400 per kg and quantity purchased is 500 grams, then taxable amount is what? 200. Taxable amount means what? Now on this amount the tax will be calculated. Okay, so here now the tax you can see here in CGST, you can see the rate is 2.5%, and SGST also the rate is 2.5%. So when we add up 2.5 and 2.5, the answer is 5. That 5 is GST. Okay, so 5% is value of GST. So from that here 2.5% of 200, the answer is 5. Okay, so here CGST is 5 rupees. Similarly SGST is also 5 rupees. Okay, so the total value comes out to be 200 plus 5 plus 5, that is 210. This is how CGST and SGST is calculated in the bill. Okay, so in this way now let us see how to prepare this invoice and more about GST. Okay, so let us go ahead. So as I have said, we will discuss the terms in later. So first of all, let us discuss about CGST and SGST. So CGST and SGST are the two components of GST. As I said that GST is divided into two parts. GST is exactly double of CGST and SGST. CGST stands for Central Goods and Service Tax and SGST stands for State Goods and Service Tax. Okay. So here CGST is paid to the central government and SGST is paid to the state government. Afterwards, as I have said, we have seen HSN code. So what is the full form of HSN? So the full form is Harmonized System of Nomenclature. As I have said that every particular product is given a particular HSN code. Okay, so that HSN stands for Harmonized System of Nomenclature. Now let us study about GST identification number. Okay, the long form of GSTIN is Goods and Service Tax Identification Number. Every dealer or manufacturer or the retailer is having GSTIN. Okay, that is this identification number is given to every manufacturer, the one who is doing the production, and also for the retailers or for the dealers. Okay, so this GSTIN is mandatory for the dealer whose annual turnover in previous financial year exceeds rupees 20 lakhs. Okay, so here it is similar to that of PAN, that every person is having a PAN number. But PAN consists of 10 alphanumerals. Here GSTIN consists of 15 alphanumerals. Okay. In these 15 alphanumerals, that 10-digit PAN number of the dealer is also included. You can see here now. Here the first two numbers, that is 27, you can see here. These two digits, they give us state code. Now this 27 is state code of Maharashtra. So from 27 we can understand that the person or the firm is registered in Maharashtra. Then the next 10 digits, they are the PAN number. They are PAN number of that particular firm. Afterwards you will see the number 1. This number represent registration. Here 1 represents one registration. Okay, then you can see Z. Okay, this Z is present there by default. This Z is uniform to all. It is present by default here, and here this 5 is the checksum digit. Okay, it confirms the validity of GST identification number when entered on GST portal. Okay, so this is checksum digit. Okay, so this is how every dealer is having its personal GST identification number, which consists of 15 alpha numerals, and how they are divided, that you can keep it in mind. Okay, so while writing you will follow the same sequence. You can use any here now number here by your own if it is not provided, but 15 alpha numerals should be present there. Okay, so I hope you have understood about this GST identification number. Now let us go further. Here one more tax invoice is shown, and this tax invoice is different from the previous one. Here you will observe that tax invoice of services provided is given. Okay, that was for goods, now it is for services. Okay, so here also you will observe that everything is written in the similar manner. Okay, but in place of HSN code, SAC is written. Okay, this SAC is called as service accounting code. Okay, so services are also classified and special code is given to them, and that special code is SAC, which you can see here. The remaining things are exactly similar: food items, quantity, rate, taxable amount, and CGST and SGST is calculated, and finally total is done. Okay, so this is different type of invoice called as the invoice of service provided. Okay, so this was just to understand that in case of the tax invoice of goods, HSN code is written, but here in this case SAC, that is service accounting code, is written. Okay, let us go further. Here in this table the rates of GST are given. Okay, GST is not same for all the goods or all the services. Okay, so here they are divided, they are classified into different types. So first type is zero rated. That means here the rate of GST is 0%. So here GST is 0% for the essential commodities like food grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, salt, earthen pots, etc. So for the essential goods the GST applicable is 0%. Also there are certain services under this. These services are charitable trust activities, transport of water, use of road and bridges, public library, agricultural related services, education and healthcare services, etc. So all these come under the zero rated type GST, where rate of GST is 0%. Then the second type is low rated, where the rate of GST is 5%. Under this we can see goods such as commonly used items, LPG cylinder, tea, coffee, oil, honey, frozen vegetables, spices, sweets, etc. So things which we use commonly, they come under this low rated type of GST, and you can see that rate is also less. The services like railway transport services, bus transport services, taxi services, air transport, economic class specially, and hotel providing food and beverages, etc. So all these services which are commonly used, they come under the second category, that is low rated. Okay, let us go further. The third type is standard rated. In standard rated you can see two slabs. This is first slab and this is second slab. So in standard rated first slab the rate of GST is 12%, and under these the goods are consumer goods like butter, ghee, dry fruits, jam, jelly, sauces, pickles, mobile phones, etc. The things we use but we don't use them commonly. And services like printing job work, guest house, services related to construction business, all these services they come under the first slab. Okay, then second slab under standard rated, here rate of GST is 18%. You can see here. Here most of the goods and services are included. So goods are where, which type of goods? Marble, granite, perfumes, metal items, computer, printer, monitor, CCTV, etc. All these goods which we are not using commonly, okay, but we are using it. So such goods are considered under this second slab. And services like courier services, outdoor catering, circus, drama, cinema, exhibitions, currency exchange, broker service in share trading, etc. All these services are considered under this second slab. The last one, fifth one, is highly rated, and here you can see the rate of GST is highest, that is 28%. So here on the luxury goods, this highly rated GST is applied. So luxury items like motorcycles, spare parts, luxury cars, then pan masala, vacuum cleaner, dishwasher, AC, washing machine, fridge, tobacco products, then aerated water, etc. All these goods are coming under the highly rated slab. And services are 5-star hotel accommodation, then amusement parks, water parks, theme parks, casino, race course, IPL games, air transport business class. Here economic class is coming under the standard rated first slab. Here it is coming under the highly rated, okay, business class. So all these luxury things they come under the fifth type, that is highly rated, and you can see that the tax is 28%. Okay, so all these things are taken from the Central Board of Excise and Customs. Okay, so all these things we have taken, but here these taxes they can change also. Now also you know that our finance minister is going to change the GST rates. Okay, so these were designed at the time of the GST was proposed. So nowadays the rates they differ. Okay, so exactly same rates you will not find nowadays. Okay, so the GST is different for different items that you have to keep in mind. So here what I do keep in mind is the rates and types of GST are prescribed by the government at the time of writing this chapter. As I have said, GST rates are subject to change. Electricity, petrol, diesel, etc. are not under the purview of GST. Second thing, rates of goods and services, SAC and HSN codes are only for information. There is no need to remember them. As I told you previously, you can write your own numbers there. You should not remember them. And finally here, the value of goods on which GST is levied is called as taxable value. Total value or invoice value is the value with GST. So whenever you will see the word total value or invoice value, it is considered that GST is undertaken in that. Okay, if not mentioned, take the selling prices as taxable price. Why it is given so? Because sometimes on selling prices discount is offered. Okay, then if we deduct that discount, then we get the taxable price. But if it is not mentioned, then selling price itself is a taxable price. So you have to remember one important thing, that in tax invoiced, CGST amount is always equal to SGST amount. As I said, GST is divided into two parts, CGST and SGST. One part is going to the central government and the second part is going to the state government. So GST consists of these two components. All these things you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now let us go further and let us start practice set 4.1. From this we are starting with first example. Pawan Medical supplies medicines. On some medicines the rate of GST is 12%. Then what is the rate of CGST and SGST? Okay. So in this sum the rate of GST is provided to us, and from that we have to write down the rate of CGST and SGST. So it is very easy to solve, as I have said that CGST and SGST are the two components of GST. Okay, so and GST is exactly divided into two components. Okay, so if GST is 12%, then CGST and SGST, they are 6%. It's obvious. Now let us see how to solve it. First, write down the given thing, that is rate of GST on medicines is 12%. This is given to us. Okay, then therefore we can write down the formula, that rate of GST is equal to rate of CGST plus rate of SGST. From that we can say that the rate of CGST is 6% and rate of SGST is also 6%. This is what is asked to us. Okay, so this is simple question. Okay, it may come in MCQ also, that if the rate of GST is 12%, then what is the rate of CGST and SGST? So you have to do exactly half of that. No need to show the division there. You can write directly. You know that the half of 12 is 6. So rate of CGST is 6% and rate of SGST is also 6%. Let us go for the next question. Question number 2. On certain article, if rate of CGST is 9%, then what is the rate of SGST and what is the rate of GST? So once again, this is a simple question. You know that the rate of CGST and rate of SGST is exactly same. So we can write that, and you know that the rate of GST is exactly double, or if you add them both, you are going to get the rate of GST. Now let us see how to solve it. So first write down what is given to you, that is rate of CGST equal to 9%. From that we can write down the rate of SGST. So write down there, rate of CGST is same as rate of SGST equal to 9%. Okay. Now we want to find GST. So write down the formula, rate of GST is equal to rate of CGST plus rate of SGST. Then substitute the values. Rate of CGST is 9% and rate of SGST is also 9%. So 9% plus 9%, and therefore rate of GST is 18%. Okay. So here we can write in this way. Okay. So let us go further now. Question number 3, which is also different. I am reading the question. M/S, this stands for Messrs Real Paint, sold 2 tins of Lustre paint and taxable value of each tin is rupees 2,800. If the rate of GST is 28%, then find the amount of CGST and SGST charged in the service tax. Okay, so here we are provided with the rate of each tin, that is rupees 2,800, but here such 2 tins are purchased. You have to keep this in mind. So while calculating the taxable value, we have to multiply here. Then the rate of GST is given 28%, and from that we have to calculate CGST and SGST. Here we don't have to calculate the rate, we have to calculate the amount of CGST and amount of SGST. Please note that. Finding rate is very easy, that rate is 14%, half of GST. But here we have to find out amount. Okay. So let us see how to solve this. First of all, as I have said, write down the taxable value of 2 boxes of paints or 2 tins of paints. So here it is 2 into 2,800, that is the rate of 1 tin. That gives us rupees 5,600. So this 5,600 is the taxable value. That means the price on which we are going to calculate the tax. Then next given to us is rate of GST, that is 28%. From that we can write down the rate of CGST is 14% and rate of SGST is 14%, exactly half of 28, that is 14% and 14%. Okay. So let us calculate now the amount of CGST and amount of SGST. Okay. So CGST is equal to 14% of the taxable value. Okay, so CGST here is 14% of rupees 5,600. Okay, so when you say 14%, this stands for 14 upon 100. It means 14 upon 100, and of word stands for multiplication. So this we can write as 14 upon 100 multiplied by 56. So here two zeros and these two zeros we can cancel, and simply we have to multiply 56 by 14, and the answer will be rupees 784. This is value of CGST calculated. Obviously, value of SGST also is same, because we have seen that GST is divided into two components and those two components are exactly same. The value is exactly same. So from this we can write that the value of CGST or amount of CGST is same as amount of SGST, that is rupees 784. Okay, finally you have to write down the answer here. Once you have calculated CGST, there is no need to calculate SGST again, okay, because their values are always same. So write down the final answer as, therefore CGST is equal to SGST is equal to rupees 784. Let us go further. Question number 5. This is different question now. Let us read the question. The total value with GST of a remote controlled toy car is rupees 1,770. Rate of GST is 18% on toys. Find taxable value, CGST and SGST for this toy car. Okay. So we are provided here with the total value of the toy car. Total value means taxable value plus GST. Okay, that total value is provided to us, that is rupees 1,770. Also the rate of GST is given 18%. Okay, and we have to calculate three things: taxable value, CGST and SGST. Okay, so let us start with what is given to us. Here what we want to find is taxable value. So this taxable value we are considering as X. We have seen that whenever we solve the word problems and when we want to find any unknown thing, then we take any variable and generally we take it as X only. So let the taxable value of the car be X. That means this 18% tax is calculated on rupees X. Then write down the rate of GST, that is 18%. Okay. From this we can calculate GST. Okay. So GST is what? 18% of X, that is 18% of taxable value. Again 18% means 18 upon 100 and of stands for into X. So the value of GST turned out to be 18x divided by 100. Number this as 1 because we are going to use it again. Okay, because we want to find out CGST and SGST. These two are the components of GST. So this value is useful to us. So number this as 1. Okay. Now next, total value of car including GST is equal to taxable value plus GST. As I told in the beginning only that total value consists of two components, taxable value plus GST. Okay. So here we can write down the things now, that taxable value is equal to X and GST is 18x upon 100 which we have calculated. Okay. So here we have to go for cross multiplication, 100 into x, that is going to give us 100x plus 18x divided by 100. Okay. So total is 118x divided by 100. Okay. So this is the total value of the toy car including GST. But please see the question, this total value is given to us as 1770. Okay, that means these two values, this value and this value, they are equal. We can clearly understand that. Okay, so let us write that. But total value of car including GST is 1770. This is given to us, and therefore we can write down that 118x upon 100 is equal to 1770. Therefore, x is equal to 1770 into 100 divided by 118. You know that when we change the side, the operations are exactly reverse. This division will come as multiplication on the other side, and this multiplication will come as division on the other side. Okay, so because of change of side, this number you can see it is reversed. Okay, and when we calculate this, the answer will turn out to be 1500. Okay, that means the taxable value of the car we got x as rupees 1500, and write down the answer. Therefore, the taxable value of the car is rupees 1500. Okay, so the first part is over. We found out the taxable value of the car. Now the next thing is to find out CGST and SGST, and for that purpose only we are going to make use of equation number 1. We will first calculate GST. Okay, so GST is what? Rupees 18x upon 100 from 1. So put the value of x there as 1500, and if we calculate, the value of GST will turn out to be rupees 270. Two zeros are cancelled, and 18 into 15, the answer is 270. This is the value of GST. But we have to calculate SGST and CGST, and that is exactly half of GST. So let us calculate. SGST equal to CGST is equal to 270 divided by 2, and therefore the value of CGST is same as value of SGST is equal to rupees 135. This is how we are going to solve the problem. Okay.